So I had a little bit of time, I don't know, a week or so, went to a couple auctions and got a couple purchases that I figured I would show you. I'm pretty happy with them, and I think they're kind of cool from a standpoint of tools. So basically, and there's multiple purchases here. So this is a Waterloo Toolbox that was sold as a set, and I also at the same time I had choice, so I just bought this set and that upper box right there. Came with the keys. I would guess they're from the 70s. Really good condition toolboxes. You know, the drawers are nice, open really well. These boxes I will probably I need to work on that box right there, or that drawer. These boxes I will probably put out in the shop and will use for some of my less used tools. You know, overall, really good condition, really light. If you haven't used Waterloo toolboxes, I don't know about the newer stuff, but I've always been thoroughly impressed with their older stuff. They just seem really good quality. Basically, this top box and that top box are the same there, but the auction, there were 3 toolboxes. So this one, and then the top box there, and then a Craftsman, very similar to this one. And I basically did a choice of the 3 for 140 bucks. I took this one, and I just went 2 times the money, so I bought both of these for 280 bucks. Empty, of course, at the auction, but like I said, they came with keys, so pretty happy with that. But the real kind of cool one was this box right here. I bought this box right here, but it had a set of tools in it. Let me see if I can get it open here. So this is a Fleet Tools box. Actually has the gentleman's name right there. Kind of a really cool set. So I actually ended up, this is not part of the box, but I ended up with a new in box, one of those Sears Craftsman, I think Yankee screwdriver is what you call them. So spiral ratchet screwdriver, kind of cool. My father had one growing up, not necessarily something I was looking for, but you know, I don't think you find those in the box every day. Came with the 2 slotted screwdrivers, but did not come with the Phillips. So Phillips is missing from that one. But what was really cool is this box came with all these tools in the top here. Now normally tools are tools and whatever, but what's really cool about this box right here, and I did not know this until after I bought it, but if you've ever heard of good tool manufacturers, SK is one of those tool manufacturers. But what's really interesting is these say SK Wayne on them. Well, I didn't know this at the time when I bought this set, but the SK Wayne moniker was actually only used, or I don't know, logo, whatever you want to call it, was only used from 1962 to 1969. And when you look at these sockets, or I mean, when you look at these ratchets, they've hardly, if ever, been used, which I think is really cool. And when you start looking at the sockets, they're the same way. And you can date this. I think these predate the ratchets just a little bit, or maybe post-date them, because they don't say SK Wayne, but they have the buff finish at the bottom. They're not chrome all the way through. I think the later SK sockets were all chrome. Still doing a little bit of research on that, but you know, basically a never used socket and ratchet set. You know, I think that's just absolutely awesome. And I paid 130 bucks for the toolbox and the ratchet set. Probably, I would say, market value. Had a nice breaker bar, but I think really cool set, and I think something I'm just going to put on a shelf. I'm not necessarily interested in using it. You know, it'll probably go with the rest of my collection per se, my ratchets and whatnot. And then here's another cool set. So see if I can get it out of the box here. So this is an SK 4915 set. It's a 1/4 inch drive set. Once again, this one is SK Wayne. So, get it set up here. So this set's SK Wayne tools, so 1962 to 1969. Once again, same with the ratchet here, SK Wayne, never used. Complete set, there was actually plastic on one of these in here. But, none of the sockets ever look like they've been used. The whole 9 yards, just really good, complete set. Still in the cardboard, which I thought was just absolutely awesome. This gentleman had some older tools, stuff like that. I just thought was really cool. So I can't remember how much I paid for that. I think 12 or 15 bucks would be my guess, based on my previous history. I do remember how much I paid for this one. This is another 1/4-inch set. It doesn't have a ratchet or anything. I think it's a little bit newer because it is all chrome sockets. So it's a little bit newer. I think I know I paid $7.50 for this set. So kind of cool. Got a little 3/8 breaker bar. Sorry, I kept saying this is a 1/4-inch set. This is a 3/8 set. So it's just the SK Tools. So like I said, I think the sockets are a little newer, but the box and the breaker bar here are a little older. Not really sure. Don't know. I don't know a heap about SK Tools. So, but probably my favorite find of the day is this socket end wrench set or flex head, whatever you want to call them, from OTC. Paid 10 bucks for the whole handful, and super pumped about that. Of course, the only one it's missing is the 1/2 inch. Go figure. We do have 2 of the 5/8 and 9/16, but we are missing the 1/2 inch variety. So kind of sad there. And then here's another SK set. It's a universal socket set, kind of cool. And then another really cool set. This will be something that I will probably use going into the future. It's a all Pex Gasket Cutter. So basically, you can use it to cut gaskets with razor blades. I haven't completely gotten it out. It's going to be very hard for me to get it out all in one piece. But basically, it's a gasket cutter where you can cut circle gaskets. Based on, you can put dimensions, it's got extensions on it. I think you can do up to 30 or 60-inch gaskets with this. Can't imagine I would ever need anything like that one with the stuff I work on. But it is what you can do with those. But and then just some miscellaneous tools that I got from, I think some Stanley screwdrivers in there, and that's just kind of random that I got those. I think they came with something else. But, kind of a really nice auction. Had some good stuff in there. Overall, really happy with my purchases. Put them to good use. Like I said, really good auction. I was very happy with the outcome. Like I said, one of the things that I'm trying to do is kind of just through a lot of requests. Folks have asked, well, how much did you pay for stuff? So I'm trying to include a little bit more of that information in videos because, when you go to auctions and stuff, a lot of times for the larger items, you can guess stuff, or you can look it up on eBay. But, these toolboxes, you're not going to find those toolboxes on eBay. You're going to find them locally if you can find them, and certainly not that vintage. I probably would have paid a good chunk more for this particular vintage as a complete set, and based on the condition they're in. Sure, they don't have, they're not true roller, they're not the new 150-pound per drawer boxes, but they're really, really nice for small stuff. You can put drill bits, you can put, small pliers, stuff like that, really good rolling toolbox. And with this one right here, you put it up on a bench and you put some snap ring pliers, stuff like that in it. It'd be perfect, and they're good, cheap, quote unquote, cheap toolboxes. I think everybody there thought that I was going to take the Craftsman, and honestly, Craftsman toolboxes are fine. I think older ones are probably better than the newer ones. I've got, if you've noticed it in my video, I've got that Craftsman grip latch toolbox. And I really like that toolbox, but I don't think that they make anything close to that nowadays in any of their lineups. And so, when I'm shopping for toolboxes, I'm not going to go spend, a couple grand on a decent, newer toolbox when, for my needs, I've got one, really good, roller bearing drawer slide box, and so everything else can be something like this. And a couple years ago, I got a couple Snap-on toolboxes that I use pretty regularly. So but that's this auction. There is one more item that I actually want to show you that's inside, only because it's so cool. So I'm gonna go inside and I'll show you that. I said we were going inside, but I forgot two things that I bought. I was like, I swore I bought more stuff aside from just the tools. Bought these two vices. Both Anvil Vices, one Craftsman, one Wilton. I think I paid 45 bucks for the Craftsman, and I think I paid 70 bucks for the Wilton. Both really good shape. I believe this is a 5-inch and this is a 6-inch. So, super pumped about that. I need some more vices for the shop. I think these are halfway decent older vices that I can use. But now we can go inside and look at what else I bought. So this is the other purchase we made. Kind of excited about this. Paid $12.50 for it, and I can't believe I bought it for that because it's kind of cool. It is and I know these are pretty common, but basically it's an LP, so a record player, and also an AM/FM radio. It works great. Unfortunately, I'm not going to turn it on because then I would get a copyright claim on the video. So we're not going to play any music on it. But that does need a new needle. Got to do a little bit of research on that. But all vacuum tube, kind of cool. I don't know if you can see it back here, but it is an all vacuum tube setup. So when you turn it on, let me see if I can turn it on real quick without any sound. Turn the loudness all the way down. And you can see the vacuum tubes start glowing. Everything comes on. And then sound would start to play. And it's got vacuum tubes or I think those are vacuum tubes for the radio signal. Got the old style turn knob. So if you want to tune in a radio station, like I said, AM, FM. You can also have a tape or auxiliary. So kind of a cool setup. It's a bonnet box by Guild. I don't know how old it is. Just a really cool setup overall. So thought I would show that, and like I said, for $12.50, I think we're just gonna have it as a piece of furniture. Sound is fantastic. I really wish I could play some sound on it, but that's just not possible with YouTube. So that's it for this video. Just kind of wanted to show off a couple auction purchases. I think they're, one of the reasons to go to auctions because you kind of can find cool stuff like this and those tools. So got questions, comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching.